Well, you guys.
Guys, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. And hopefully, right now, the weekend is going good for you. But it's time to stay focused. Get focused because we're going to go over some serious information. I'm going to be giving you guys bits and pieces and showing you because there's too much to go through. I just want to kind of let you guys know. This is the VAJ Defense Tactical Program. This is what I teach to law enforcement people. As you can see, it covers defense against a knife, and what I show law enforcement, what they need to know, the things they need to know when I'm teaching large groups, defense, the 10 commandments of knife. Defense. We have the 10 commandments of knife. Offense. You have all of your striking patterns, that not all of them, but the ones law enforcement that I teach the law enforcement community. We have the 1, 2, 3 knife hit drills, which the 10 commandments of self-defense, offense, and defense is a part of that, but they're scattered. But there's certain things you need to know immediately, the most important things. And when I'm teaching large groups of law enforcement and I have a certain amount of time, they're not there to learn the system. They need to know what they need to know that's going to help them in the field. Things that they're going to come across that they're going to use. And then we have the power knife. Guys, the power knife is a whole different level. Okay? And there's no way for me to teach the power knife on YouTube. That's not something that you'll ever see on any one of our YouTube videos, because the power knife means exactly what it is. The power of the edge weapon to the fullest. Okay? And that's for people. I have a lot of my agents who are DEA agents, and they're in the field dealing with real criminals undercover, and all it might have on them is an edge weapon because they take their firearms when they go in to do deals. So they need to know what techniques with an edge weapons that I could use, that I'm going to get in, I'm going to get out, I'm going to shut it down, and I'm going home. I'm making it out safely. There is no 6 and 7 moves. There's 1, 2, maybe 3 moves. That is it. That's called the power knife. Then we have big circle, small circle. We showed you some of this, big circle, small circle before in other videos, but not like this, the way it's taught here. So I'm running through this, guys, so you understand the program that I have, the program that's going to be available to you guys. Now, some of it has to be edited with the language, okay, the way I teach it, but we're talking life-saving information. Power of knife 3. And then we have the power of knife. We have the language of the power of knife and certain movements that are just, that's it. There is no, but what if? That's it. VAJ Tactical Defense that I teach to all my people in law enforcement, the people I train with in the military. And as you know, if you can see the first page, it's very clear. The first page of this, if you take a good look at it, has a triangle on it, and at the bottom over here, AIDA. So we've been through the AIDA, but you got to understand the power of the AIDA. And if you notice, it's number 1, number 2, number 3, and then number 4. And you've never seen this before. So we're going to be just showing you some of the things that's in here. Some of the things in here, we'll change some of the language. What are the most important things? And let's get started, which is in the 10 Commandments of Knife. What are the most important things? The defense, the 10 Commandments of Knife. Okay? Who wants who? If Kenny got a knife pointed at me, and Kenny's threatening me with a knife in any way, shape, or form, do I want Kenny? Of course not. And the reason why we're going over knife, because there's nothing but knife cuttings and stabbings in New York. Every week it seems like 2 and 3 people are getting stabbed, last week, 3 people
1 week.
in one day
Yep.
got murdered. 3 people one day got murdered by the same guy who's been arrested 8 times, who they let out to play a part of. Now, I don't know where you live, but the edge weapons trading, I've noticed it with myself, out of New York is a big deal. And it's, even though these guys carry guns and it's a gun state, they are crazy about the edge weapon. And they trade. And there's a lot of people who do an underground trading. I participated myself in an underground, off the beaten path knife training course for a weekend. And nobody in the crowd you would ever assume have any type of skill or any type of training at all. Plain Jill, overweight, out of shape, carpenters, business people, gas station. I'm talking about every walk of life, every body type, except the guy who's fit. There wasn't one guy in that room that looked like they even went into a gym or ever had a gym membership. But they train like crazy with the edge weapon. And I sat back and observed, and I said, oh, got to go home and step my game up. Because guys like this is walking through Home Depot and Walmart with that level of skill and that understanding of the edge weapon. So now, once again, who wants who? I don't want him, he don't want me. Kenny wants me, I don't want him. Never, guys, never let your emotions get carried away with you to the point that you even think about walking into a knife or trying to grab a knife or trying to disarm a knife. Let the man put him or herself in harm's way. If a person is coming to you, always remember, look at my hands. It's coming to you. Look at my foot. My feet are always, your legs are always longer than your hands. And you have to make a sacrifice. Okay? Another one that you don't hear no one talking about is never get caught. Never get caught, ever, staring into the blade. Remember the 4 eyes. Guys, if Kenny is doing a knife attack at me, and I do like this with my eyes and my hands, or I grab the arm. Now, you might do this kind of instinctively, you just instinctively, the guy attacks you, and you try to grab his arm, and now you're fighting for the weapon. But the problem is tunnel vision. Remember the 4 eyes. If I'm staring at that blade when he attacks, okay? The 2 eyes in my head are staring at that blade when he is attacking me. Now, the 2 eyes in my hands, I used to wear a pair of white golf gloves with eyes. I have it when I'm teaching the class. White golf gloves that have eyes drawn in the palm of the hand. So there's eyes in your head and there's eyes in your hands. And if all 4 eyes get caught up, the 4 eyes in the palm of my hands, the 2 eyes in the palm of my hands, and the 2 eyes in my head, and I'm doing this, what is paying attention to the rest of Kenny's weapons? He can punch me. He can kick me. Okay, at that point, he can manipulate the blade, and my eyes and focus are on it, and I never, ever, while we're doing this, and he stabbed Kenny, and I'm doing this, I'm never, ever looking for opportunity. Then what are you talking about? If I could train myself, that when the eyes in my hands are occupied, the eyes in my head are looking for some place to strike. So same scenario, this. So now, instead of me, I got this. So instead of me staring at the blade at every movement, try to stab again, Kenny, and I'm doing this, my head sunk down. What if I did this? He went from here to try here, and I did this. What if I did this? Now I'm looking at Kenny's face, and I'm looking at Kenny's hand. So now Kenny tries to stab me, and he's pushing, and I'm holding, right? Because I'm looking at Kenny's face, I could think, bang, hit the face, the shin, redirect the weapon, and I'm out of it. But I can't do that, Kenny. I cannot do that. If I did this and then I did this, I will never see that. My mind, I don't train my mind to go, there's an opening. I don't train my mind to go, he hasn't punched me yet. He's not using that other hand. Because I can see that the other hand is there, but you're trying to stab, right? And I can look at that other hand and I can see the other hand is not being used. And I'm thinking to myself, how long before he uses it?
Right.
Right? Because the way I train people, the second you touch this, this comes out. That's the way I train people. So a guy in the street who's not trained that way, or someone else who studied knife who's not trained that way, immediately they will try to manipulate the knife before they will punch you. So I know it's about training, massive training. He may try to cut me across my rib. That's my opportunity to come off. Because while he's slashing, watch what I'm saying. While he's slashing, and my eyes go like this, and my head go like this. Kenny, do I see anything?
You don't see nothing. There's no you don't see no opportunity.
But if you try to slash me, and I go like this, I let go with one hand because I realize it's a slash. And then he's going to come back into you're going to come back into a stab. So he's going to slash and stab. But when I'm holding it with two hands and he slash, let it go. Let it go. Because now, at this point right here, Kenny, the knife's no good to you, right?
Good.
Because you're trying to stab me and whatever, and I'm holding on. Now you start cutting from side and trying to stab. What's the point in me playing this swing game with him? Swing this way, swing this way, swing this way, swing back, stab. Why play that game with him? If I'm fortunate enough to grab the hand and we start swinging, why not let it go? If it goes this way, let it go. If it goes this way, let it go. Let me show it to you on the other side. You see, why not, if we're playing a swing game, try to swing it this way, let it go. He swing it this way, let it go. And now I use my foot. It's training. Training yourself to see. Training yourself to see, Malik. Training yourself to see something that the average person cannot see. That is the difference between a professional or an amateur in any sport. Any sport. Wayne Gretzky could see an opening, an opportunity, an angle that the average professional cannot see. Right? Tom Brady sees things on the field that the average quarterback don't see. That's why he's Tom Brady. Mahomes finds a way when he's strong. He sees things that the other guy can't see, and then he can deliver that the other people can't see. It's not the other guy can't throw the ball the same way he threw the ball. The guy can throw the ball the same way Mahomes threw the ball and play. But what he can't do is see the break, see the opportunity, see that little field, see the field the way those guys see it. A baseball player, there was a guy, I forgot who he was. I'm not a big sports guy. There was a baseball player who said he was going for the home run record. I think it was Ken, what's his name? The San Francisco guy, Ken something, the one who
Ken Griffey.
Yeah, the one that said it was on steroids.
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds, sorry. I don't know, Barry Bonds. Right? So this Barry Bonds guy, he said when he hit with the home runs, when he kept seeing the ball coming, they looked like a softball. They looked like a softball. They didn't look like a hard ball. So he's seen the ball coming differently than the other guys who didn't hit.
Right.
The guy from the Yankee guy, don't you think he sees when he broke that home run record of 60-something home runs? Do you think he sees? Do you understand, guys? I know I'm talking a little bit much. It's important because the lesson is you getting you to understand. It's not about how much skill do you have. You can have a ton of skill. You can be super talented. But if you don't know how to think the way the person on another level thinks, it doesn't matter. Professor V trained me and taught me, and I spent years of learning how to see. So now, once again, remember the 4 eyes. Teddy, give me an overhand strike. That is one of the most hardest strikes to deal with. Guys, if you get this, and this man is pushing downwards, and he's not slashing back, bring the blade back to you, and he's not doing that, you are lucky.
Very lucky.
You are extremely lucky. Because once again, the way I teach is small circle into a punch. So he's going small circle, bring the blade back into that hand, coming right into the face. Think about how powerful this is. This into that.
Wow.
Okay? You know how powerful that is? So if you were to get this, the blade's no longer here. He's not pushing the blade into you. Pushing it, to my heart. He's not pushing it into you. That's not the desire. The desire is I'm going to drop the blade downwards, and now, are you getting this? Because what am I looking at? What's my 4 eyes? 2 eyes here, 2 eyes there. He's pulling it. He's pulling me right into the strike. But if I understand the 4 eyes, he does this. If I'm fortunate enough to do that, the second he does that, watch. Now, 2 eyes are on the wrist and the knife. 2 eyes, I'm looking right at Kenny. So as he's dropping that blade in and he drops it down, look at the face, Kenny. Go down and around. So it's a matter of, am I going to do it to you before you do it to me?
Right.
See? So when he's coming like this, down and in, boom. Now I can let it go because on the back road, Kenny can't recover fast enough.
No.
I can let it go with both hands. Watch this. Here, pull back fast. I can let it go with both hands and Kenny can't come back.
Right.
See, but do you guys understand that? Do you guys see the body mechanics? Do you guys see the opening? Because there's no way you do this and you're able, there's no way you do this and you're able to come back.
Can't do it.
Watch it from this side.
Can't do it.
Can you do it?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Feel what you.
I can't do it, guys. And right away, I'm starting to think when I do this, he can move faster going forward than I can going backward.
That's all it comes back to. But do you understand if your eyes, if the 4 eyes are focused on this, and when he pulls,
wow, you don't even
see all the opportunities that you have. It's about down here. He can't come back fast enough. That is a powerful, powerful technique. Remember the 4 eyes. Remember the 4 eyes. I'm going to do one more from the defensive side. Okay? Attack the attacker. Attack the attacker. What the hell does that mean? Do you know how many times in a knife situation guys do this? I'll cut you up, mother effer. I will cut you. I will cut you. Bring it. Come on. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And you can't go backwards. because you would never, in real life, see, that's the fantasy that people try to show you can do. In real life, if you see a guy with a blade, he's over there, you're over here. And if I motion like this, Kenny's jumping. I don't even have to move. All I have to do is this,
Right.
and Kenny's still moving backwards. In real life, see, that's fantasy about I'm going to run in, grab the arm, hold him by the waist, wrestle him. No, you're not. Because I can show you real videos of real knife attacks. A guy that got cut, and then he went on to lose his freaking good part of his hand. Where that guy just touched him with the knife in his hand. He was 10 feet away, and every movement he made, the guy was 10 feet away. He was like this, was stabbing like this, and the guy kept jumping back, and he's already 10 feet away. Because the reality is emotions. Real emotion. The real emotion. See, the human element. What's really inside people. Fear and emotion. And no one talks about all these guys with their badass technique. So when you're backed up and some guy, you got to make sure you stay in the camera, right? You're backed up against a wall or something, and you can't go nowhere. And the dude's like, yo, run your money. Stairway, elevator, what is it? What the hell do you to lose?
Right.
You see, what you see, that knife. What do you to lose? Take it. The mindset should instantly, automatically, after you set it up. You're going to wait for me to, yo, man, I will cut you, motherfucker. Do you understand? I will slice your goddamn face. I will put this blade right in your. Are you going to wait for it?
No.
You see, but if you don't train the 3-foot rule, the mindset, outside the 3-foot rule, right there, the light is red. Like a stop light on the street. The light is red. The second he steps on that line, just steps on that line, just step on it. Now the camera, the picture in your mind should be yellow. Yellow. After yellow, you know there is no hesitation between yellow and green. There's no hesitation. There's no hesitation between yellow and boom, or yellow and man. I will touch you, man. You want to deal with this? Not that it's impossible to deal with this, but do you want to? Do you want to?
Hell no, I don't want to. Guys, you got to feel that. That's a terrifying situation, trained or untrained.
You are. I don't care how trained you are. If some dude, you can be as badass as you think you are, but this is real emotion, real feeling, the human element. Some dude put a blade in your, I will cut your goddamn face. I will make sure you are scarred for life. Whoa. Now, it takes on a different meaning.
Right.
See? Have your spirit ever been tested like that?
Yeah. And the instructors on the internet will never keep it real like that.
Nobody ever talks about
They don't
that.
keep it real like that.
Parry this, parry that, slow this, do
You
this.
ain't parrying nothing with that.
Shit. Blade is in your face. A man is holding your neck. I will put your mother effing face. Oh. See, that's real.
Too.
I don't care if a friend does it.
Yeah.
I don't care if your brother or mother does it. See how it feels. Let somebody just do it to you with a trainer. This is a trainer.
It's a trainer. That's still that's scary as hell. I'm talking about right here doing that.
Okay? You got to understand the real deal with it. So the concept of the 3-foot rule, the concept of understanding, as soon as you see the person did not attack you, attack them first. Attack the attack. Your legs are longer than your arms. If the guy happens to be stupid and get close enough, to threatening you, and right here now you are in hand range, arm range. Legs are out of the picture right now for the moment, unless you shove him back and then kick. But your mind is going to go. Your mind is going to go to hands first. And I've seen people threaten people like this with a knife. I'm like, yo, what you going to do? What? Right here, the guy's like, yo, man, you got it, you got it, you got it, yo, you got it. Yo, you goddamn right, I got it. Now run your pockets. What you got? What you got? You know? See? But you see, let me ask you, everybody here a question. I'm going to use two different sports, boxing and soccer, which some people call football. If the opposing team has an opportunity to score a goal, do they hesitate to kick?
No.
Do the guy who's kicking the ball wait for his teammates to come down before he kicks that ball into the goal and he's standing up? No. Any opportunity he can, he kicks the ball. It tries to hit a goal, right?
Absolutely.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
A boxer. If two boxers are standing here like this, isn't it the mindset of let me hit him before he hits me?
Right.
Is that not the mindset of boxing?
Absolutely.
I'm going to throw my jab before he throws his jab or combination.
Yep.
Is that not the mindset? So why does that mindset do not apply anywhere? And I never heard anybody talk about it. That mindset applied with edge weapons. It's always when the guy stabs, you do this. When the guy swings, you do this. Okay? It's always. When he do something, you do something. Waiting. Why am I waiting? Why my mindset is, yo, just go.
Just go.
Motion causes motion. I'm threatening Kenny, and Kenny come at me. I gotta react, man. It's like somebody taking a whole bunch of balls that they got in their hand and throw it at you. You gotta react to try to catch one or duck or get out the way. Did we not have a young man who got into a fight, Kenny? He won the fight. The guy came back and threw a brick in his face.
Rock right in his face.
Right in his face.
Right.
Opened up his head and severe black and blue around his eye sockets. Almost cracked his eye socket. And these are young kids.
Right.
Now, let me ask you a simple question, Kenny. What did I tell you the other day? Did he not see that rock? Did he not see the guy have something in his head? Did he not see the guy was holding something? How do you let somebody lift their hand and throw something at you without you moving your body to hit you directly in the face? That's why I start every video with pay attention. We're going to keep moving on. Now, Kenny, here's a knife. Okay, so I'm just going to move to some offensive stuff now. Now, offensively with a knife. I got an offensive thing with the knife. Guys, you understand motion causes motion. So with that, understanding motion causes motion, you got to understand the motion causes motion, and you got to understand the bounce. If you don't understand motion causes motion with the bounce, then once again, you don't understand the concept that we teach of edge weapon. Because most edge weapons people teach you how to be fast with the blade and move the blade all kind of with all kind of speed. No, because you're going to get old. See, you're going to get old. All I need to know is that I can show him the knife. Please stay away from me. And I know if I lunge at him with the knife, I know it's going to cause a motion. If I did this, he's going to do either jump back. Can he jump back? What if you can't jump back?
What if you can't jump back?
What if you can't jump back, Kenny?
Right.
The first thing your mind tells you to do is protect yourself.
Right.
You see? So I understand protect myself. Self-preservation is in us. Every human being has it. So now self-preservation is going to kick in before logic or training. Before logic and training kicks in, if you are surprise attack while somebody just attacks you, self-preservation kicks in.
Yep.
That's not a trained move. Anybody would do that.
Right. Right.
Self-preservation. Nobody's going to
Nobody's
stand
gonna
there
sit there
and
and let
let them get
you
attacked.
tell you. No.
Self-preservation, if you see the knife and you see the guy threatening you with a knife, oh, I want to cut somebody, I'm going to cut somebody. It's you I'm going to cut.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to happen.
Right.
So now, once you understand self-preservation kicks in, and I don't have nothing to do with speed. I know he's going to motion when I motion because self-preservation kicks in. But now what people don't practice, I mean repeatedly, you don't have to have 10 moves. Guys, I am telling you this. I taught this businessman to do this. This businessman was working one day with a Marine, 17 years in the United States Marine Corps, and a drill instructor in the Marine Corps, highly decorated, against a businessman who I trained for 6 months. And there's a long story to it, but the short of it is the Marine could not shut down the businessman. He got so angry that he flew from Texas to come see me, who trained this businessman like this. And the concept that I taught him is what I'm just going to show you right now. Very, very simple. Has nothing to do with speed. Self-preservation is going to kick in. He did this. He did this. And he knew what he was going to get. I'm going to show you. Kenny, get the foam knife, please. I don't want to leave the camera open. Get the orange foam knife. I'm going to show you what I taught this businessman. He was left-handed, which threw off the Marine even more because most people is right-handed.
Yep.
Most people practice for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come in, grab. And most people practice for this attack or this or something like that,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
They practice for that attack. Not many people understand the first move matters. So now if I did this,
Whoa.
right?
Most people ain't ready.
Most people are not ready for that. They're ready for this. They're ready for this. But most people are not ready for this. So because the Marine was sharp, he dropped his arm. He dropped his arm. That's what he did. And it doesn't really make a difference how you drop your body. Kenny could drop it the other way too.
Right.
Okay, that's what we teach. To use your forearm. Most people don't teach that. They just drop the arm. So they drop the arm. So I told him, attack this guy. Or when you're attacking anybody, I was talking to him. I said, assume your position of edge weapons. Do not do this. Do not come from back here because now it's a further distance, right?
Right.
Drop the arm or try to defend against it. It's a see what's happening? You're coming in, right? But look where I'm coming from.
Right.
It's a greater distance. I can tell that if I did this, now automatically I brought the blade closer to you. See, further away, closer to you. Now, when he dropped his arm, because motion causes motion, this happened. I did two things to him. Showed him two things that he did to this Marine. This into this. Put it, stop.
No.
I don't care, Kenny. I want you to drop your arm and then try to defend your face. Drop your arm and then try to defend your face. Drop your arm and then defend your face. Drop your arm and then defend your face. Okay? Do you see what's happening? Watch.
Oh.
You didn't see it.
And guys, I'm telling you, I tried to defend my face on that. I tried to bring my hand up as fast as possible.
Can't do it.
Real talk.
Look at the body mechanics of dropping your arm, defending your face. Dropping your arm, defending your face. See the body mechanics? Dropping your arm, defending your face. Right? See the body mechanics? Can't stop it.
Can't stop it. Can't stop it.
I'll show it to you from this angle. Because I know you're sitting there going, wait. Did he just do the same thing? No, I didn't. I'm not going to tell you what I did. I'm going to show you what I did. Drop the arm, block your face. Drop the arm, block your face. Soon as I touch this, I did not bring my hand up to do this. Watch. Drop the arm, block your face. I did this. As soon as I touched his arm, I ran up the arm. So the man never gets a chance. Try to block your face. Too late. Look, guys. Don't forget, this is with force. This is with force and speed. And I want you. I want to hurt you. So I'm trained that I don't bounce off the weapon and attack. I don't do this and this. I do this. Can't stop it. This Marine was so pissed that a businessman could do this to him. And then I told him, stand in front of the businessman. Stand in front of the guy, anyone. Show him the knife. Malik, talk to the person, please. Show him the knife. And you tell him exactly what you're going to do.
Right.
I'm going to cut you right here. We're right here. I want you to stop me from cutting you across your hair. I'm not going to hit your face.
Right.
Just across here with the blade.
Right.
We're this close. My knife is down. So you guys who wanted to understand body mechanics.
Right.
And why you should attack first. Attack the attacker. Because if you let a guy do this, you'll never see it.
You'll never see it.
Oh, look, my hands are right here. Try to pick your hand, block your neck. Can't do it.
Can't do it, guys. Cannot.
Cannot do it.
Cannot do it. And I know what he's getting ready to do, and I can't stop it.
See, there's only one defense to that. There's only one defense to that. Someone this close who didn't stab you yet. Because if I wanted to stab Kenny, it's going to be almost impossible for him to stab me from here. Okay? That is a life-taking move. And I'm not telling you to take anyone's knife. I'm just explaining the obvious to you. That is a life-taking move. This is a major artery.
Right there, yep.
All I got to do is walk up to you, nice and casual. You're walking towards me, and you don't see it. Boom, and that's it. It's done. Your life is over. Because you're walking towards me, I'm walking towards you. We're just walking towards each other. And you waiting for me to move, I'm waiting for you to move, right? We're playing this tough game. So you, in your mind, you're walking towards me, right? I'm walking towards you, and in your mind, we're both tough guys.
Right,
and I'm saying, I'm not giving up no ground. That son of a bitch is going to have to turn.
Right.
I'm going to have to turn. You see, you are waiting for this. You wait? No, that's never going to happen. See? Because if I have my weapon concealed and I'm walking towards you and I'm doing this, boom, that's it. You will never get a chance to put your hand up. Because it's going to come from here right into here. And then when you grab your neck, I'm just going to push you out the way and keep walking. So once again, it's a disclaimer. I'm not teaching you how to assassinate nobody. It's a disclaimer. I'm trying to show you how easy it is for you tough guys to think if you're tough and some guy who's not right and he's walking around, concealed weapon. I walked around to prove my point with a knife in my hand for 2 hours in the streets of Manhattan, which is a crowded place. 2 hours I had a knife in my hand, not concealed, in my hand. Nobody knew it. No one knew it. Because of how I was holding the knife, how I was moving my hand, the body mechanics were the same, everything was natural. I'm walking like nothing, it's like, okay, everybody's worried about this, everybody worried about where they gotta go. And I'm like, man, I could have killed 20 people. I could have cut or stabbed 20 people. No one's paying attention. Crazy. We're moving along. Once again, from the offensive side, No one talks about this. No one talks about it. And it's something, once again, that I use with the edge weapons that no one else talks about. When I said go first, starting from a non-threatening manner, okay, knowing the bounce. Edge weapon, once again, I'm giving you an opportunity to block because you see it. Gets an opportunity to block. The knife has to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to pull this knife back? Maybe. You blocked. Where am I going to go with this knife? You block. Where am I going to go with this knife? You block. Where am I going to go with this knife? Where am I going to go with this knife? Where am I going to go with this knife? Here's the problem. When you understand the bounce, we've seen it in our videos. We said number one becomes number three. Number two becomes number four. Number three becomes number one. Number two, four becomes number two. And number five becomes number one. That's what we showed you. That's the beginning of it. When you understand the bounce, this becomes this.
Mm-hmm.
What if this becomes that? How do you stop that?
You don't.
Now, this is not this.
Mm-hmm.
This into this, into this, into that. How do you stop that? Speed has nothing to do with it.
No.
I'm doing this, then I'm coming down here. See, I'm allowing myself to come down here. Now, a young Filipino kid did this to me who was like 15 years old, man. Super incredible with the sticks. Super incredible with the knife. Young Filipino kid did to me. It was in 1990 or 1990, if I remember. This kid was so smooth. We were working out. His bounce and his flow with the weapon, he went from here to here. Now, this was his spot, right under here. But what he did was drop your hand, Kenny. No, like drop, right? Uh,
Mm.
He said, this. You can't see it from down here. He went like this, like this, this, like this. Block it. Block it. Block this, block this, block this, but you can't block that.
No, that came right across my face.
Right across his eyes. Because of the bounce. And the bounce isn't a one bounce,
No.
it's multiple
bounces, right?
It's like a basketball. Boom. If you throw a ball on the floor, what ball is it that just keeps bouncing and bouncing and bouncing? Is it a tennis ball or but a heavy ball will bounce once it hit, but a handball, thank you. It just keeps bouncing.
Right.
So you keep bouncing. Bounce me here, bounce me here, bounce me here, bounce it here. Bounce me here, bounce me here, bounce from there, bounce back up there. Or bounce, bounce, bounce.
Can't stop.
Or bounce, 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 bounce. This is crazy.
Ooh, yes, it is.
And I didn't even use this hand. Because now everything's going to bounce. This is 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 going to bounce. It's going to bounce. So I'm bouncing with this. Now I want him to block this. Now I want you to block this.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to block that. That's a block.
Yep.
You see? But watch what happens. I want you to block this. I want you to block this. I want you to block this. But you can't block it.
Right.
Because self-preservation. If I go, hey, see? The blade is still right here. Hey,
Yep.
watch this. I want to blow your mind now. I'm going to do it slow. Hey, move. Move.
Whoa.
Never use the blade. This hand bounced from here to here. See? Who said only the knife can bounce?
Right.
This bounce to this bounce. Now you felt this. Now you felt that. Now you feel this. Guys, this is off the chart stuff. Off the charts on the offensive side, understanding the bounce. And once again, there's a bounce of how you start to learn the bounce and where do you go from there with the bounce. And you have both hands that can bounce.
Can bounce. Right. Right.
Okay? I didn't want to put two knives in my hand because that's not realistic. Only special people walk around the street with two knives. Okay. Special people who train with me, right? And if they pull two knives on you, you're not bouncing, you're not blocking the bounce on two knives. You're just not. You're just not. Anybody ever pull two knives, you just run. Run like hell. Okay? Very important. Attack with a number 2 strike. Guys, I teach you all the time. I talk to you all the time. See, I teach my people in the military. I teach my people in the field, all my DEA agents and all the people I know. Attack with the number 2 strike. See, this is the offensive side because they have to win. They have to win. Forget about doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Ready, Kenny?
Mm-hmm.
Forget about doing that. Forget about doing this. Come on this side, please. This. This is so damn scary because if you don't block this the right way, 100% of the time you will lose. I will attack everybody with this outside in the street because I know my skill. I know my understanding of the edge weapon. I know that everyone practices from this side of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who trains. There's always some form of this side of the body. Very few people from this side of the body. And if you think you're going to do that, wrap the arm around, please.
No.
No. Because what you're not looking at and you're not paying attention to is what can happen from this. Wrap the arm, please. You can't wrap. You see that? Did you see what I just did? All right?
Felt it. Yep.
Now, Kenny felt it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if you can see it from this side.
Mm-hmm.
So Kenny goes to wrap. Do it slow. Well, let's break it down. Take it on an angle. So Kenny goes to wrap, right?
Mm-hmm.
But before he can wrap, he got to stop it. He's got to block it.
Right.
He's got to block it and wrap it. You got to stop the attack. You just can't.
Just can't.
You just can't wrap.
No.
Because once again, my hand is right here. You can't just wrap. Okay, I see. I got eyes to see. So you got to block it before you can wrap it. So when you block it, where's your wrap? See, because the second you touch here, it's like a pinball, like playing pinball. Bing, bing. Now the knife went down.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your eyes go? Down. And then it's going to come right back up. You see, when it comes up, it didn't come up with a traditional. I didn't come up with a traditional. I didn't do this, and do this.
No.
All I did was. So now my blade went like this, like this. The blade is like hanging. And all I did was say right from here. So Kenny never seen this motion. This to just the edge of like a windshield wiper on a car. Like a windshield wiper on a car with the wrist. It went from here to here with like a windshield wiper on a car with a wrist. And Kenny couldn't stop it. No. Kenny could not stop this because he doesn't know it's coming. So now, where was it again? Where was that windshield wiper? On the artery, on the face? From here to here, windshield wiper? Are you a problem now?
Oh, hell no.
Are you a problem?
No.
Okay.
You're seeing a whole lot of blood.
Okay, number two again, right? So I attacked with this, right?
Mhm.
That's what I did, right?
Mhm.
What if I did this? What if I watch my? I'm doing something so you can show you. Normally, if I'm holding a knife like this, what if I did this? Now the knife has this at the bottom. So now when I attack,
Mhm.
so you self-preservation, you can't see that. What I'm doing is deliberately letting the hangover go over his hand, hammer fist that down, and project this like a bullet coming out of a gun. Straight. This. Now, that second Derry strike again. Why do I attack with this? Why do I attack like this? Why? If Kenny wanted to punch me, punch, block and punch, block and punch. You see the angle?
Mhm.
See the angle of blocking and punching? See, now what happens if you step with that foot first, Kenny?
His hand is farther away from me. I'm not gonna get the punch off.
So his,
Mhm.
hey, we went sabotage.